Hey y'all, we're back for another video. It's been about 2 months, 2 to 3 months, and I do apologize. This is definitely something that I wanted to do. I love books in general, and especially Star Wars books, and I've been really enjoying collecting them. I really didn't. I wanted to do this, and it's something I do. I got back into creating content on my main channel, which is like movie and TV reactions, reviews, and commentary. And so for some reason this took a back seat, but man, y'all showed up when I only have had 3 videos on this channel. I believe it's 3 videos. We are at almost 30 subscribers, and the one video got over 500 views. So y'all are showing up. One of the biggest feedback I did get, and I think it really does inspire me to want to keep going with this, on top of my love for books in general and helping people collect, is that I saw people say that, yeah, there's a lot of booktube channels going on, but there isn't a lot of like niche. So like the fact that I could really make my own thing here, that specifically about Star Wars books, but then also like collecting as well, so showing off very special versions and unique versions, and also just talking about the books we love. I really want to do more, so my idea is to do about, we'll commit to, for now, I think something that's fair is about at least one video every 2 weeks. I would ideally like to do a video a week. For now, we'll do about a video every 2 weeks. So it's about 2 videos a month. I think that's pretty a good number. Booktube channels, I do see about usually weekly-ish. So, but I think to start off with, we'll do that. And so in that meantime, though, I have gotten quite a few books. This is from everything from December through like the end of December through here, through present. I have a lot of books that are ordered, but they aren't here yet. Some books that I'm looking forward to is my Fallen Star Goldsboro edition, which is stained, signed, and numbered. I'm super excited for that to come in the mail eventually. I also have a signed copy of the now I'm blanking on it. See, even as someone who is in super deep into this, I do forget. All right, so I do have a signed copy of the regular copy of Daniel Jose Older's Midnight Horizon that's coming, that should be on the way, and then I also have a signed copy of Mission to Disaster by Justina Ireland. I also have a Walmart copy of the variant cover of the Midnight Horizon. However, that is lent out to a friend, so I will include that in March's update. But this is everything that's going on. I'll also talk about why I have so many, and it's because of sales. Target and Barnes & Noble each had sales, respectfully, that really helped me get these collections really built up. So let's start with Target. So Target had a sale that was going on where it was like you could buy 2, get like 1 free, or like some percentage off. So I took advantage and I got all of the legend books, the essential legend books that were out at that point. So I think to start off with, we'll go with the big trilogy, which is Heir to the Empire, which, like, first of all, let's look at these covers. Like, that is gorgeous. And then we had Last Command, book 2, and of course Dark Force Rising, gorgeous, which is book 2 actually. I always have those out of order for some reason. Now those books, those are legends. So if you're not familiar with Star Wars canon and legends, basically anything that was made, for the most part, once Disney took over, anything moving forward is considered canon. Of course, every film is considered canon. The shows are considered canon. That is the Clone Wars, Rebels, Resistance, Mandalorian, and Book of Both. Everything moving forward there is. But then there are these stories and these books that were created before the Disney. And people do love these stories, and they have had such an impact, especially whenever there was not a lot of content being made for Star Wars. These books were there, and so they are doing an essential Legends collection. The ones that are the ones that you gotta read, the ones you gotta check out. And so I did start to round this out. I have not read Legends since I was in middle school, so I'm excited to check these stories out. I am definitely a canon junkie. That's one of the reasons why I am so enthralled with Star Wars, as you could tell. But I'm excited to diversify my taste a little bit, because I want to get to a point where if someone came up to me and was like, hey, I've read all of canon, I need a Legends recommendation, or I've read some canon, I'm not into it, so like what are some of like Legend recommendations? I want to be able to give that to people and not be like, oh, I don't read it. Like, so I want to be able to diversify myself, and if at the very least, if I'm at least reading the Essential collection, I can at least go off of that, and the covers are gorgeous. On top of the Thrawn trilogy there, I also got Shatterpoint, which is by Matthew Stover. This is, appears to be a Mace Windu story. So I'm not familiar with this at all, actually. It says that the jungle planet of Harun Kal, the homeworld of the legendary Jedi Master Mace Windu, has become a battleground in the Separatist hostilities. So this is a Clone Wars story, makes sense, between the Republic and the Renegade Separatist movement. The Jedi Council has sent Dubba Bilaba, Mace's former Padawan, and fellow Jedi Council member, to Harun Kal I'm probably not saying that right, Harun Kal, to train the local tribesmen as a guerrilla resistance force. This definitely seems interesting. Again, I always look at Legends in this way. Legends are stories that are told that they're the legends of Star Wars, so they might not necessarily be true. They might have pieces that are true, and that's what we end up seeing in canon, but they're legends. So like, I do have so much respect for Legends, even though myself, I'm not super deep into that world. Obviously I read a lot. I read growing up in middle school and such, like I would just pull it off of the library shelf. However, I don't have much recollection or memory of any of it. We also have the first Rogue Squadron book. This cover is also just incredible. This is all about pilots and such like that. I think it does have Wedge in it. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's super, again, like these covers are just gorgeous, and these are only the first batch. There is another batch that's coming out in April, and allegedly there is a leak right now that's saying that there's another batch coming out in August. So I do assume that this Essential Legends is going to be going for a little bit. I think it's obviously going to end because it's only the essentials, so you can't have every Legend book in it. There are many Legends though. You know, everything from, you know, when Star Wars came out, so all the way from basically Disney. So many years of content. So it'll be interesting to see what actually rounds out the collection and have it. And then finally, we do have book 1 and book 2 of the Darth Bane series. Book 3 is set to come out in April with that batch there. So we have Path of Destruction, which a lot of people are talking about this cover and how it has such an upgrade from the original. And then, of course, Rule of 2. My brother is currently reading this, and he has been talking about how much he loves it. So this is like kind of set like old Republic-ish, or definitely like in the past, far past. So I'm excited to see a story from like the Sith perspective. We really don't get a lot of stories like that right now in canon, and so I will be excited to dig into that as well. Especially a character that's so popular and important in Legends like Bane. And also we've heard Bane a little bit in canon, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. These are not necessarily books, but I did pick up some comics, some actual physical comics. So I do read all my comics digitally, and for at least the High Republic, I've been collecting the trade paperbacks. That way I have all of them in physical media, because I want to collect the High Republic all in physical, if possible. And so the easiest way for do that for comics is to do the trade paperbacks. However, IDW does the middle grade series and the adventures, and so because of that, IDW is no longer going to be making the comics. It's going to be moving over to Dark Horse. So there's a possibility that we're not going to actually get trades for Monster of Temple Peak and also the last few issues of the High Republic Adventures. So as a result, I did pick up individual copies. So we have Monster at Temple Peak, that's number 1, number 2, number 3, and the covers are gorgeous. I will say though, the covers make me like want to get all of them. So Monster Temple Peak was only 4 issues. I have read them digitally. They are wonderful. And then I'm going to be getting 9 through 13 of the High Republic Adventures. I only have 9 and 11 because when I forgot it, I only had 11. But that's 9, 11, or 10, I can count, and 11. So I got to get 12 and 13. And the Galactic Bake Off. That way, at the very least, if for some reason we don't ever get a trade paperback for those, I'm gonna at least have them in physical. So it's not ideal. And again, I haven't really caught up with comics in the past. Really, it's been something I just haven't. It hasn't been part of my reading. But again, I'm trying to diversify myself a little bit. I got a tablet for the purpose of reading more digitally. So I'm trying to catch up on some of the comics I have, and obviously I read the High Republic stuff as they come out. But yeah, so I think moving forward, we move to, let's do Fallen Star. So these books weren't part of any sale or anything. I did just get these. Again, I am waiting on my Goldsboro Yellow Edition, Stained Edition, so I will show that. I do have a standard copy of The Fallen Star. This book is it's my favorite canon novel. This book has really left an imprint on me. I probably should do a review on it, to be honest, but at the very least, if you've read book 1 and book 2 of the High Republic, so you've read Light of the Jedi and also the Horizon Storm, you know where this book is leading and what is happening. So this also is signed by Claudia. After looking up here, this signed copy did come from Octavia Books. Again, my mind is all over the place, but it also came with a signed poster. I'm not going to open it up because it's huge, but it's that poster of like Who Will Survive, and it is signed by Claudia. Ooh, there we go. I have Midnight Horizon and Mission to Disaster that's going to be coming from the Willow Bookstore. That's going to also have signed posters from Justina and Daniel as well. And then, of course, this is like the prize beauty of this. This one is signed as well. I won't open it because we already seen the censure, but this is the out of print, The Fallen Star. Look at that, gorgeous. And then if we can carefully open it and spread it, oh, look at that, y'all, beautiful. I love the out of print. I usually display these ones. These ones usually they don't go in with the spine. I like to show the cover for these ones. This came with a beanie, which was really nice. It says For Light and Life. So I do love this a lot. This one was very nice. It's probably my favorite cover as well. It's very striking, and I love the blue lightsaber. It's very just contrasts everything that's going on. So that is for that as well. But it doesn't end because Barnes & Noble had a sale. I think this was like after Christmas. They had a sale where I think it was every hardcover book was half off, I think. And it was insane. It was like for 1 day, and then they made it 2 days, and then they made it 3 days. I think it went to like 4 days. So I got a ton of books here that I just needed to get. And I went there with the purpose of whatever of these, and I was specifically looking for like resource books because those ones could be expensive. And so there was a few that I haven't gotten yet, and so what I said, like, whatever I see, I'm gonna get. I ordered this one online because the sale did go online as well. I got the Life Day cookbook. So while this is not necessarily a book that you read per se, I do love to cook. It's not like a main passion or hobby, but it's something I enjoy to cook. So whenever there are festivities or holidays, I just thought that this would be a perfect to have. I have the other Galaxy Edge one as well, and I made it on the May the 4th last year, so this will be a fun addition. I do like also, they add some like canon storytelling in there, so it's kind of fun as well. I also got, this one's actually huge. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting to get this, but people were really putting it on my radar. This is a Star Wars year-by-year visual history, and I'm really excited. I haven't dug into this yet because I'm actually currently, in terms of resource books, I'm still in the middle of reading the Marvel Studios, the story of Marvel Studios. That is a huge 2-volume book that came out in October. Still working on that. It's massive though. So once I get through that, I think that the Star Wars year-by-year is next on there. I also got the Industrial Light and Magic presents the making of Solo: A Star Wars Story. So I'm really excited about this one because, you know, they usually do the art books and such, which I feel like this is going to have some of that, but I feel like this is more technical and more of the filmmaking side of things on the visual for ILM. And as someone who wants to get into filmmaking, I'm very interested in writing and directing and cinematography. I'm very excited to really dig into that book and maybe learn some things. And then finally, this one was long overdue. This is the Art of the Mandalorian Specifically, this is season 1. Season 2 should be out, actually. I should be getting that. That should be coming in my March haul. I did get a signed copy of that, so that will be coming. But the art books are incredible. The problem with some of these resource books, though, they could be upwards from $30 to even $50, $60. They're expensive, but then when you add the half off, they come out to about the price of a regular hardcover book almost, and so you just can't pass that up. So I saved a ton of money. I saved a ton. Yeah, I spent money, but like, man, I saved it. And as a collector, I look at it this way. I'm gonna get these books anyway. I might as well get them as the cheapest cost that I can. I do like to try to get it new if possible. Obviously, when I try to fill out some of my collection, my canon collection, some of it's going to be used, but that's okay. I still have to get like Tarkin hardcover, Lords of the Sith hardcover. I need the Force Awakens novelization hardcover. I need all of the novelization from 1 through 6, because those are technically canon. Technically, that's very gray, but technically they are. But that's my haul for December through February. So quite a few books. A lot of variety. We got Legends, we got softback, we got some hardcover. Oh, I should bring these up, actually, speaking, because softback, I don't normally get soft covers because I like hardcover, but I picked these up because, so there is if you're not familiar, there's a great, if you want a lot of information and resources on Star Wars books, a great site is youtini.com, YOUTINI. And they do reviews, they do podcasts, and it's a great community that I'm a part of, and I really support and I love. And they've challenged me, not personally challenged me, but just as a result of what they're doing, it's inspired me to want to create more content as well in books, and really share my love for it as well. But their reviews got put on the back of a softback book for one of the Padme books, and so as a result I got both, because they're also alternate covers, so they're kind of pretty. So this is Queen's Shadow, this was the first one, and then also Queen's Peril. So I will probably get the third one as well, just to complete it. Again, I don't normally get softback books, but whenever you see the Youtini, like, that is so cool. So big tip of the hat off to the people over there. But that does round it up, guys. What did you guys think? What are the books that you got in the past couple months? I want to hear about it. Let's talk about it. That's what's so great about these books, is that we could talk about it. So yeah, I think this video has gone on long enough. Be on the lookout soon. I will probably be doing a TBR for March, what I plan on reading, and then I also will probably put out a review for Fallen Star, so that way it's out there as well. Thank you guys so much for the support. If you are new, welcome. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like video. It really does help out a lot, and have a great day, and may the Force be with you.